It's more of a meeting of understanding of where we can help and how we can assist with different programs from the Guam Police Department to address issues such as underage drinking, fights, and of course the use of illegal and illicit drugs. How do we approach the problem and identifying the problem, finding the solution to it? So really taking into account of where the problem lies. It's pretty much going to take a collective effort.
GPD also uses sports to curb kids from drug and alcohol abuse. That initiative is called Fade Away from Violence and will occur later this year. For more information on these initiatives, call GPD dispatchers at 472-8911 and ask to be forwarded to the Community Affairs Office. An internal affairs investigation is ongoing after police opened fire during a chase for a suspect connected to a rape and robbery in Talafofo earlier this month. Here's Chief of Police J.I. Cruz.
We do have a use of force policy, and that is primarily the policy that we use. Was the force that was applied by the officers at the time that the incident occurred, was it applied properly? So those are, that amongst other policies we are taking a look at to ensure that our officers were in accordance with our rules.
As reported, Benjamin Jesse Pablo allegedly held a knife to two women at Ipan Beach Park, raped one of the females, and robbed them of their car keys. He was found a week later driving the stolen car and led police on a brief chase through Talafofo. The chase ended when Pablo reversed into the police car. He is scheduled to appear back in court on May 18. Emphasizing the ability in disability, next week's Ability Fair will feature gifted artists selling their creations and live entertainment with the goal to find fulfilling jobs. Carmen Terlahi has the story.
The Ability Fair is more than just an arts and crafts fair.
On a personal level, you know, I'm also a parent. And so that, my son is only 8. So I need to prepare for the future, right? Because, you know, I one day want him to become employed regardless of how significant his disability is.
There's a need to employ people with disabilities, says Monica Limtiaco, the lead treatment specialist at Guam, who also introduced KUAM to some of the featured artists, including Marvick Kekarangan's son, Iko, who is now 25 years old and was diagnosed with autism when he was 4.
I didn't know what he can do. I didn't understand his thought process. There are things that I thought that he wouldn't be able to do, like I thought that he wouldn't be able to ride a bike or do other things. I wasn't sure if he was going to be independent.
After moving to Guam from the Philippines, she learned though her son had trouble speaking, he had a knack for digitally painting cars and took after his mom handcrafting bracelets.
Until now, he's 25, he still likes toy cars, anything with wheels. Okay, these are just among the hundreds that he has made.
Today, Iko works at Flame Tree Freedom Center. Trisha Michelle Atoigui says linking artists with community businesses is a major goal of the fair.
On my free time, when I don't have a job, I have a backdoor job that could help us in the future and get a job.
Not to mention, all the pieces are for sale. Artists eager to invite the community to join them next week Friday at the Sinahanya Community Center from 6 to 9 p.m.
Some of the things that you see that catch your eye, we did wonderful.
The event is free and open to the public, a Friday night highlighting the strengths, talents, and ability of those with disabilities. Reporting for Guam News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Terlahi.
The Guam Visitors Bureau launches a global social media campaign to promote Guam as a tourist destination. GVB has partnered with award-winning creative agency Beautiful Destinations, which boasts more than 15 million mobile followers worldwide. Nestor Lacanto has this week's Business Matters report.
Business Matters.
Beautiful Destinations distributes social-first content for its millions of followers across 180 countries. GVB spokesman Josh Taikienko says the company will post a series of stunning photos and videos of Guam to entice visitors to come.
GVB will then share and repost the content on our social media networks in all of our different markets. And we also encourage everyone to share their content of Guam with their family and friends. We want this to be huge and big and really just make Guam have a big splash on social media.
He says the Beautiful Destinations promotion ties in well with GVB's 2018 Visit Guam theme called InstaGuam, which is built around social media.
InstaGuam basically pairs two ideas together. It promotes Guam as an instant vacation destination from major Asian cities in the region, and also encourages people to share their content on social media instantly with their family and friends. And so with Beautiful Destinations, it fits right into that part of our theme and campaign because they greatly influence travelers around the world.
Like other industries, the use of social media for marketing and promotions is exploding, and GVB is also trying to cash in on the global trend.
You know, in the past, a lot of it was based on pamphlets and brochures, and so what we're seeing now, a trend is that that's an old traditional way that can still work, but the new modern way is to really promote your destination through social media, to digital advertising, and actually have the people that visit your location share their stories and experiences, and then that encourages other people to come to your destinations.
For KUAM's Business Matters, I'm Nestor Lecanto.
Business Matters.
And a look at those serving our country. Sergeant Michael Pacini, a medic from the Guam Army National Guard's 1st 294th Infantry Regiment's headquarters company, extended his current military service obligation for an additional 2 years and received a $4,000 bonus when he took the oath of enlistment, administered by Captain Leona Campbell, HHC Commander. The oath was taken during mass confidence training on Tuesday in the Nuclear Biological Chemical Gas Chamber at the New Mexico Range on Story Live Fire Complex, Warrior Base, Republic of Korea. Last week, the voters of Guam got a chance to see its gubernatorial candidates go head-to-head in the first large-scale debate of the election season. Here's more in Election Watch.
Filled with supporters from all 5 gubernatorial candidates to declare their candidacy to date, Senator Dennis Rodriguez Jr., former Governor Carl T.C. Gutierrez, former Senator Lou Leon Guerrero, current Lieutenant Governor Ray Tenorio, and Senator Frank Uggan Jr. took the podiums at the University of Guam Cabell Fieldhouse for the One Guam gubernatorial debate. One Guam is an initiative by the 2018 UOG spring semester graduating candidates for the Master of Public Administration program. The main focus of the debate was to glean from the gubernatorial hopefuls their position on the issue of decolonization. Although the format was set up as a debate, for the most part, the candidates used the opportunity to speak about their platforms on a variety of issues. KUAM political analyst Dr. Michael Bevacqua, a member of the Independence Task Force, Adrian Cruz with the Task Force on Pre-Association, and former Statehood Task Force member Dr. Ron McNinch gave us a summary of the 3 status options.
So independence is, to dispel some myths about independence, it doesn't mean you break ties with the United States. And in fact, you look at the United States, it has a really close relationship with its former colonizer. You look around the world, and so what independence can be, there's 2 different ways, main ways it can be. It can be a maturing of a relationship with the United States. It can also be Guam going in a completely different direction, taking advantage of its place here in Asia to capitalize on our location, our connection to Asian economies and Asian cultures, to really develop an economy that suits our needs and protects the culture and the environment here. So there's 2 main ways. Independence can look very similar to what we have now, or it could look very different depending on how we want to protect our identity and our interests here.
Free association.
Well, free association is a sovereign nation in a treaty relationship with another sovereign nation. So it would be the country of Guam with a treaty with the United States. You know, we have to understand that our people already have a 100-year plus relationship with the United States, and many people are conflicted about that. And so this is just solidifying our place in relationship with the United States as equal partners rather than in a subservient position.
And statehood.
Well, actually I prefer the real term, which is integration, which is either Guam is with the United States or it's not with the United States. Really, it's a 2-choice option. Either we're with the U.S. or not with the U.S. And that, I think, statehood really simply means Guam is going to be with the U.S.
Gutierrez and Uggan were the only two candidates who were clear that they supported the option of independence. You can watch the debate in its entirety on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/KUAM News.
Stay tuned. Next on Weekend Edition, Asha Robles joins us for trend spotting, and still to come, the Guam Crime Stoppers Report. Keep it here.
There are more ways to experience KUAM News than any other source on Guam. Download the KUAM News app for your Apple or Android device for 24/7 news, sports, videos, weather, streaming with KUAM radio, and important news alerts. And stay connected at home with Guam's first app for Apple TV. All available now from the App Store.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
Half a day, welcome to Two Lovers Point.
Half a day, I'm in the club.
If you get nervous about having dental treatment, you're not alone. An estimated 35 million adults experience anxiety or nervousness at the simple thought of visiting the dentist. As your dentist, I strive to make your visit as painless or pain-free as possible. And I frequently tell my patients that in the 21st century, if we can give you medicines to put your tooth to sleep or medicines to take an infection or toothache away, we can surely give you something to help relax you and take all fear away. No one ought to sit in a dental chair thinking of bad childhood memories or fearing injections. If you're a dental coward, but you really do want your teeth fixed, don't wait until the pain is killing you. Come in, tell us your fears, and set up an appointment. We have convinced many that dental treatment doesn't need to be scary anymore. For your helpful dental minute, I'm Dr. Kenny Bourgeois of Paradise Smiles. You shall never know all the good a simple smile can do.
More ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Welcome back to Weekend Edition. Time to check out what stories got the biggest clicks and comments. Here's Asha Robles.
Thanks, Crystal. A new twist to the Catholic Church controversy, another auto pedestrian fatality, and Heineken Guam men's rugby team, and our mommy makeover promo with MDOT made it into this weekend's trend spotting segment. He's been at the forefront of exposing the clergy sex abuse scandal in the local Catholic Church, but Jungle Watch blogger Tim Rohr finds himself embroiled in a controversy of his own. He's accused of physically abusing his wife and one of his sons, as well as sexually abusing at least one of his daughters. The allegations surfaced in a bitter divorce and child custody battle with his wife Leon Williams Rohr, who now lives in the Virgin Islands. She reports not wanting to come back to Guam due to Rohr's manipulation, lies, harassment, fear, bullying, and control. Rohr, who has been advised not to discuss the case with media, indicated in court documents that the allegations are untrue. Former Senator and contributor to Jungle Watch, Bob Klinsky, also standing by Rohr, telling KUAM, quote, "Tim is a trusted friend, an honest man. He is one who has possessed great integrity," unquote. Klinsky also adds, quote, "That's the nature of divorce. It can be nasty and allegations are thrown around," unquote. Here's how some of our followers reacted. Robert D. Camacho commented, "I've known this couple for many years, and I've always known them to be good spiritual people. I am deeply saddened of this current tragic family situation. I deeply pray that the Lord grants them the spirit and grace of peace in their family." Riel Drilon shared our post and wrote, "What a shame," and people followed him. Talk about deceit. It's the 7th traffic fatality of the year and the 6th incident involving a pedestrian. 71-year-old Pedro Agravante was rushed to the Guam Regional Medical City after being hit by a car in Harmon Saturday night near Iglesia Ni Cristo Church. GPD spokesperson Sergeant Paul Tapal stated that Guam is starting to see more crashes with pedestrians occurring in that general area. The public voiced their concerns. Jereza comments, "Maybe this time Gov Guam can light up that road a lot better. Use those street light fees to fund this. Each citizen pays more for that than the actual registration fee. Condolences to the family." MZ_Weng Proper says, "Lighting is definitely needed in this area. I drive by here regularly and it's difficult to see pedestrians at night." The Heineken Guam men's rugby team made their way to Brunei over the week to compete in the Asia Rugby Championships Division III East Tournament. Team Guam won their first match of the tournament over host country Brunei 66-12. They also got the win over China on May 10th, 52-12, which had them claiming the Asia Rugby Championship Division III title. Congratulations, guys! The public showed their support for Team Guam with tons of comments congratulating the men on a job well done. And finally, her Mother's Day promotion on In the Mix got the biggest response on our social media platforms. This week, M.Dot announced that Katrina Cruz was the winner of a mommy makeover. She was selected based on a touching letter sent by her daughter sharing why she was deserving of the makeover. Here are some of the comments. Chilang Charfer says, "Congratulations and happy Mother's Day. You look so pretty with the makeover." Nick Steph Bomba comments, "Congrats, Sister Katie. You're a superstar. Great job, Tiana." And Tish Sahagan said, "Congratulations and happy Mother's Day." That's this weekend's Trend Spotting Report. I'm Asha Robles. Happy Mother's Day.
Thanks, Asha. The Guam Crime Stoppers report with coordinator Paul Tapal is up next. Keep it here.
Our mighty SUV mega sale is going on now at Cars Plus, and you're going to save big with cash back on every purchase. Get to Cars Plus and shop our great selection of Hyundai Santa Fe's, Tucsons, and the all-new Kona, Guam's most affordable SUV. Or our full line of Jeeps, like a new Jeep Renegade, save $6,000, or a new Jeep Cherokee, save $4,500 with rates as low as 1.99% APR for qualified buyers. It's Cars Plus, mighty SUV mega sale. Cars Plus, driven by you.
We're celebrating our 135th anniversary today, both in the outlying regions on which we hub and also here in Guam itself. It means so much to our team here in Guam. It means a lot to us in the Matson management team, because what it says is we're here to stay. It's a real physical manifestation of our commitment to this region. It's so important that we hire locally, we develop talent locally, we train locally. What's been a wonderful addition to our approach there is that many of the people who started off in Guam have gone off into significant leadership roles elsewhere in the company.
This is our headquarters here in Guam in Micronesia. And when we talk about putting down our roots, it's not just doing business, it's about everything we do with our friends, our customers, and our employees. I believe that nobody can replicate what we do, and that's why we have such a great team and such a great service and why we're successful. This is our home, this is our life, and we're happy to make a difference in everyone else's life.
In this divided world, there are still things that unite us. Great music, thrilling games, and the love for that perfect burger. Ruby Tuesday Guam, for the love of burgers menu. For a limited time, get an amazing burger for just $11.99. Lunchtime at Ruby Tuesday Guam.
Police Week is coming up next week, and that means Guam's men and women in blue are celebrating the services they provide to the community, also exhibiting what they do, show you how you can be part of protecting our island family, and also honoring those who have passed on, giving their lives in the ultimate service of Guam. Sergeant Paul Tapao is here, and happy early Police Week, by the way. I know this is a time-honored ceremony for you and your brethren.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. You know, for the past week and a half, we've been preparing for this event, and you know, with our sports event, and of course our shooting competition and our proclamation signing that happened just this past Friday. It's gearing us up to the meats and potatoes, sort of say, you know, about the true meaning behind Police Weekend. You know, May 15 is our memorial service, and this is the time where we honor those, and you know, we call it the thin blue line, our men and women in law enforcement alike, that paid the ultimate sacrifice to serve and protect the beautiful people in this island. And this is where we pay homage to their sacrifice, and of course their the dedication to their chosen career in law enforcement. And you know, come this Tuesday is of course our memorial service.
What does it mean to be a Guam police officer specifically? Because, you know, so many people here, they grow up here, they go to school together, we play together as kids, and then, you know, you wind up being literally someone who has a badge, has a gun, you're expected to go around and maintain the peace. And I know people who've been in GPD for, you know, 25, 30 years and everything, you know, and you've said many times before, it's not a job, it's a calling.
Yeah, it's a calling, it's a career. And like what Uncle Ben told Peter Parker, you know, with great powers comes greater responsibility. And, you know,
I like that.
I think I speak for, you know, all our officers from the lower rank to the upper ranks. You know, once you don the badge, you know, there's a greater calling, there's a greater responsibility. And, you know, we've held and we continue to hold our passion for our chosen profession in law enforcement to the highest standards. And we continue, you know, with the direction of Chief J.I. Cruz and all the management under him, to the troops that are walking the beat. You know, each and every officer, regardless of the struggles that we're facing and regardless of all obstacles that's put in front of us, we embrace it. We continue our mission in protecting and serving the community.
Now, I know a lot of people go into the police academy. Some go right out of high school. Others are, you know, experienced members of the military. They get out of the military. They want to continue, you know, to serve. Some people just have that, you know, it's in them. They have, you know, some people are really gung-ho, as they call it. But what type of character and what type of Guamanian actually makes an ideal Guam police officer?
It takes a special person. You know, you got to have the right mindset. You got to have an understanding and the compassion for people to know that they are reaching out to you for guidance. They are reaching out to you for answers. So you got to have that certain trait and that certain characteristic. And it's really important that you understand it, because you're going to grow and you're going to learn in this profession and how to become that better public servant. And when I first started, I thought it was a job. Now it's a career. It's my profession. And, you know, I hold here to all the services that I did within the community. And, you know, there's no greater reward than the community saying thank you for what you do. And every police officer will echo the same sentiments about, you know, that simple thank you from the community for helping them. That's pretty much all we need and all we ask.
And the job continues, because this week's Crime of the Week shows us how we can help you to continue to do your job.
Yes, absolutely. You know, it's unfortunate we have to segue into the Crime of the Week, and this is an armed robbery that happened at the Island Fresh Mart in Chalampago.
All right, let's find out what we can do, help our friends in the central part of Guam.
The Guam Police Department is seeking help from the community in reference to an attempted armed robbery at Island Fresh in Chalampago. Now, the preliminary investigation suggests that on Monday, April 30, at around 8 in the morning, an employee with Island Fresh was attending to her cash register when a man armed with a crowbar entered the store and demanded cash from the register. The cashier then focused her attention towards an employee in attempts to draw attention towards her. The male suspect immediately noticed the interaction, which prompted the suspect to walk out of the store. The suspect was seen entering a beige Toyota Camry and driving southbound on Route 4, Talancansutasi in Chalampago. The suspect was only described as possibly Chamorro, between 30 to 40 years of age, having a slim build, and was last seen wearing a t-shirt, shorts, and slippers. If anyone has any information about this crime or any other crime, you can call our 24-hour hotline at 477-HELP, that's 4357, or submit a tip online at guam.crimestoppersweb.com. All calls will remain completely confidential, and a cash reward of up to $1,000 could be paid if the information provided leads to an arrest and a grand jury indictment. Your call does make a difference.
All right, Sarge, let's go ahead and end this segment by, you've got some recognition to give out.
Yes, absolutely.
This is Police Week, but but a big part of Police Week is always giving back to Guam. It's not like, let's have a bunch of barbecues, let's have some fun, events, let's kick back for the week and everything. You guys actually work really, really hard during Police Week.
Yeah, absolutely. And, the hardworking men and women in the department, it's only fitting that we recognize our Police Officer of the Year, which was bestowed on Police Officer 2, KUAM Pangilinan. Our Supervisor of the Year goes this year to Police Officer 3, John Taikwenko. Our Manager of the Year goes to Lieutenant Steve Amagwin from the Aganya Precinct. Our Civilian Volunteer Police Reserve for the year goes to Rochella Perez. And of course, without our backbone, our civilian employees who help us and who support us in every ways in our endeavor. This year's Civilian Employee of the Year goes to Bobby Castro. And of course, the recipient of the unit citation goes to Community Affairs Office. Can't leave them out. Those of you in Community Affairs, good job. But again,
you know those men and women pretty well.
I know them very well, and the community efforts and what we did. So thank you. Congratulations to the recipients and a job well done.
Well, we say it all the time, but hey, thank you for what you do for the island.
I appreciate it. Thank you, my brethren.
Yeah, well, I've known you a really long time, going all the way back to UOG, but just to see the role model you've been in our island community and everything like that, we feel really good having you watch our back.
I appreciate it. And I couldn't have done this without the most important people in my life and this career. I want to thank my mom, wish her a happy Mother's Day. Love you, Mom. And of course, my beautiful wife, Roseanne. Thank you so much for everything and standing beside me to all the chapters that I've written in this profession in law enforcement. Thank you, guys.
Outstanding. We'll see you next week.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, everybody. That shiny badge, that's also on top of his really, really good big heart, as you just saw right there. So, all right, we'll be back after this.
In this divided world, there are still things that unite us. Great music, thrilling games, and the love for that perfect burger. Ruby Tuesday Guam, for the love of burgers menu. For a limited time, get an amazing burger for just $11.99. Lunchtime at Ruby Tuesday Guam.
Our mighty SUV mega sale is going on now at Cars Plus, and you're going to save big with cash back on every purchase. Get to Cars Plus and shop our great selection of Hyundai Santa Fe's, Tucsons, and the all-new Kona, Guam's most affordable SUV. Or our full line of Jeeps, like a new Jeep Renegade, save $6,000, or a new Jeep Cherokee, save $4,500 with rates as low as 1.99% APR for qualified buyers. It's Cars Plus, mighty SUV mega sale. Cars Plus, driven by you.
Summer's right around the corner, but first shift into spring with Triple J. With 0 down, 1.9% financing, and easy trade-in. Get into our big boy truck, the Ford F-150, starting at $298 per paycheck. Car and Drivers 10 Best Mazda CX-9 at $242 per paycheck. The Mazda 3 Sedan at only $137 per paycheck. Or the North American Car of the Year, the 2018 Honda Accord at only $216 per paycheck. Visit us online at triplejguam.com and get pre-approved instantly. Trade-ins welcome. Some conditions apply. See dealer for details. Triple J Auto Group. Customers first.
And before we close out the news tonight, here's our latest round of birthday shout-outs from the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club.
Happy birthday to you, Ethan Daniel, turning 10. Love the entire family. And also to you, Mary Duenas Flores. Happy birthday, Mary, coming from your loving husband, George Flores, your 5 children, your 19 grandchildren, and your 2 great-grandchildren, Solo Malolo. And last but not least, happy birthday, Yolani Renko.
Also, happy birthday to Jason Alcazar. Happy birthday, Peter Parker, Love, Black Widow, and the Avengers. Remember, you can be a part of the Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club by registering online on KUAM.com. Please make sure to include with your photo your name and birthday. That's all the time we have from all of us here at Guam's News Network. Thanks for watching, and happy Mother's Day to all the moms out there, but most especially mine. Love you, Mom.
Closed captioning is brought to you by
Today we're at the Sorai Fish Market here in Incheon, and I heard that this is the place to be to check out some fresh seafood where they can cook it right up for you. And of course we got to check out the street food. What do you know? Straight out of the fryer, just hands it to me. Sweet, succulent crab meat. Because it's a small crab, the shell is so thin. I love crab. Thank you. Delicious. Very good. Thank you.